Previously on Blue Heelers.
Ben Stewart.
Angela, what? My God, what are you doing here?
You are a sight for sore eyes.
What's the story anyway? There's obviously a bit of history there.
Angel was my first wife.
We were only married for a minute and a half, well, 3 beautiful weeks to be precise.
3 weeks.
Right,
you done to Chloe?
not,
You
mate.
bastard, I
Look,
trusted
she's
you to look
lying.
after my
She's
squad,
making
you
it up,
bloody
pedophile. Oh, hell, mate. I told you she's lying.
So your first true love is your one true love?
How sweet.
Who the hell are you? Get out! Oh! Oh.
Get your filthy hands off my wife. 1 lump or 2?
I thought they were getting on like a house on fire.
Angie was gone when PJ and I got in last night. He hasn't mentioned her since.
There must have been some row.
Well, it's a mystery, right?
PJ, what's going on?
It's all right. Just getting a statement. Yeah, take a seat, Angela.
Thanks, PG.
Statement? What for?
Well, somebody decked you last night. I think it's worth investigating, don't you?
PJ, butt out.
Listen, it wasn't Richie's fault, okay? He just got the wrong idea. Okay, maybe he got the right idea, but still it...
Richie, this is the bloke at the Imperial.
Her husband.
I thought you were divorced.
Yeah, and so did I.
Look, I never said that I was divorced. I said we split up.
A long time ago.
A week can be a long time. How was I supposed to know that he was going to come looking for me?
Well, better get back before he comes looking for you again.
Listen, the only reason I went with him last night was so that he wouldn't hit you again.
Angela, I'm sorry. Angel, can we have a cup of coffee, please? Just talk about this. Angela. Angel.
I wish to report a robbery.
Yes, madam, someone at the counter.
Did you hear me, young man? I have been robbed by my best friend. Or should I say my ex-best friend?
Yeah, come through.
Rose Alison Jolly, Mrs. 430 Woodlands Road, Mount Thomas.
Is that the big yellow house with the 2 gables?
Yes.
Yeah, I live just down the road. You know, the old weatherboard house? I share with Detective Hasham.
Do you?
Oh, you've never met?
I make a point of not getting too cosy with the neighbours.
So, Mrs. Jolly, tell us about the theft.
It all started, when the window cleaners turned up on the wrong day. Very cheeky, these tradesmen.
What day was that?
Yesterday. Long past banking hours, no money in the house. He wouldn't take a cheque. But Evelyn happened to be visiting, so I sent her down to the money machine.
Evelyn, your friend?
Evelyn Cummings. Judas.
And you gave Evelyn your card and your PIN number?
Yes. I told her to bring £200.
You mean dollars?
Dollars.
And what, she never turned up with the cash?
Of course she turned up. She may be scatterbrained, but she's not a total dimwit.
Then I don't see what the problem is, Mrs. Jolly.
First thing this morning, I phoned the bank manager. The withdrawal was for £300. Dollars.
And you think that Evelyn pocketed the difference?
What other explanation could there possibly be?
Have you asked her?
Certainly not. This is a criminal matter.
Evelyn Cummins, what's all this about?
Routine inquiry.
Excuse me.
Sorry, Bruce. It's your lot till pension day.
Oh, I haven't reached my limit already, have I?
Sorry.
Mrs. Cummings?
Yeah, that's her over there.
Mrs. Evelyn Cummings? G'day, I'm Sergeant Gallagher and this is Senior Constable Stewart.
Hello.
We were wondering if you wouldn't mind accompanying us down the station.
Shouldn't take long, just need to ask a few questions.
Yeah.
Mrs. Cummings? It's all right, it's okay, it's okay.
I might call an ambulance.
Just take a few deep breaths, it's okay.
So, is she all right?
It turned out to be a panic attack. The ambos gave her a paper bag to breathe into and she came good straight away.
The hospital is going to run some tests, though, just to be on the safe side.
She's a nice old dear, Ev. I knew her husband when he was in Rotary. He died about 10 years ago. They're keen bowlers, the pair of them. They raised most of the funds to build the bowling club.
It's not exactly the profile of the typical petty thief.
No. Then why did she throw such a tears when she saw us?
Maybe you scared her.
Me?
You were pretty officious.
Procedure.
Speaking of procedure, is this something I should know anything about?
It's a personal matter.
No, he's better off without her.
Oh, that's for sure.
Well, Ben doesn't see it that way, unfortunately.
Well, getting bashed by the jealous husband didn't do the trick.
She's a total airhead. I don't know what he sees in her anyway.
Hello? She was his first love? I mean, there's something very special about your first.
Is there? Couldn't wait to see the back of mine.
I don't remember who it was.
Teresa, I just need to take some personal time.
Yeah, sure. You've got an hour.
Just check that and sign there, please.
Angel, we need to talk. I'm sorry, Chris. I got here as quick as I could.
Yeah, too late, Benny boy. About 10 years too late. I'll fix the bill. Go in the car.
Just 5 minutes, please, in private.
Oh, look, mate, I've about had
Listen,
enough.
if you want to make trouble, go outside and do it, will you?
Listen, Richie, honey, it's okay. Just 5 minutes, all right? I owe him that much. All right, it's all right, sweetie.
No one in the parlour.
Thanks.
She's got it good with me. So don't go messing with her head or I'll mess with yours. And this time I'll do the job properly.
Listen, Ben, I did not lie to you, okay? I really did think it was over with Richie.
But you went back to him anyway.
It's what he wants.
Do you always do what everybody else wants? I mean, what about what you want? For that matter, what about what I wanted when your parents gate crashed our honeymoon?
Ben, they made me go with them.
I need to know the divorce. Was it their decision or yours?
I was so young, Ben, and so confused.
Or maybe you're still confused.
Richie loves me, okay? He's gone to a lot of trouble to find me, and you never did.
They sent you to Europe. How was I supposed to find you in Europe?
Did you ever try?
Well, maybe I was confused too.
I've been married to that man for 10 years. I just don't know what to do, Ben. I don't know.
Okay, here's your decision. 10 years versus 3 weeks.
I'm just no good on my own. I never have been.
Okay. It's better to stick with Richie. It's always better to back a winner. No hard feelings, mate.
It's okay, Richie. Huh? What's that?
Good luck, Angie.
You did the right thing, buddy.
I just wish I could say I feel good about it.
Look, she would have gone running back to him in the end anyway.
Evelyn, how are you feeling?
A little foolish, to tell you the truth, causing such a commotion.
Well, we can always put this off until tomorrow if you're not up to it.
No, Tom. I'd rather get it off my chest. I didn't mean to do it. But the cost of fruit and veg these days, and there they all were, all green and crisp and right at eye level, too.
What were?
The Granny Smiths. Oh, I've been feeling awful about it ever since. I've never stolen anything before, you see.
Granny Smith's. You're saying you stole some apples?
Yes, of course. Why? Well, what did you think I'd stolen? Rose asked for $200, and that's what I brought her.
The bank says it was definitely 300.
Oh, no, they've made a mistake.
Did you get a receipt?
No, there wasn't one.
Could you have mislaid it?
Well, perhaps. No, I'm all muddled. Look, perhaps it was 300, but why is the bank making such a fuss anyway? I know they tell you not to give your card and PIN to anybody else, but
Actually, Mrs. Cummings, it's not the bank that's making such a fuss. It's Mrs. Jolly.
Rose? But surely not. We've been friends forever. We were nurses together.
And she's never stolen from you before?
It was that time at St. Margaret's when my gold watch went missing and turned up in her locker. She told me I put it there myself by mistake. I'd forgotten all about that.
Thanks for your help, Mrs. Jolly. We'll keep you informed.
Namatjira? Yeah, my parents have got a couple too.
Originals?
Oh, no, not on Salvation Army wages.
My late husband bought it years ago. I don't like it much, but it's worth a lot.
You live here on your own?
Yes.
You cope okay?
Of course. It's been a bit difficult lately because my eyes have started to go.
Well, can't the doctors do anything? Stronger prescriptions?
Macular degeneration. Happens when you get older. Evelyn helped out occasionally. Now I shall manage on my own.
Here.
What's this?
Oh, it's just my contact numbers, both work and home, just in case. See you later.
Evelyn's very clear in her mind that she didn't steal Rose's cash.
Yeah, and Rose is equally clear that she did.
Perhaps Evelyn's getting a bit dotty in her old age. I mean, stealing apples.
They've been friends for over 60 years. I mean, they can't just throw that away over $100. There's got to be something we can do.
What did you have in mind?
Now, Mrs. Jolly, is there any possibility that you might have asked Evelyn to withdraw the $300 and then tucked some of it away for safekeeping?
In the tea caddy, you mean? Or under the mattress, perhaps?
Oh, Rose, I don't know why you think I stole your money. If you'd asked me...
You weren't going to admit it, were you?
You're always so ready to believe the worst of people. Even me.
Providing Evelyn repays the money, we'll say no more about it.
Mrs. Cummings?
Well, I can't. Well, I won't. I didn't take your wretched money.
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt.
That's rich coming from you, Rose Jolly. Who was it who stuck by you through thick and thin when nobody else wanted to be friends with you? Even your own husband couldn't stand the sight of you.
Don't you dare drag Max into this.
Well, after he died and your eyesight started to go and your arthritis got so bad...
Max was a loving husband.
Who's been helping you with your washing and your ironing and cooking the Sunday roasts?
And eating them.
Not anymore.
Absolutely not anymore.
Could someone give me a lift home, please?
No worries.
And here. I won't be needing these. And the next time you need a driver, then hire a chauffeur. It isn't as though you can't afford it.
Evelyn. Max did not hate me.
I know she's a bit cantankerous, but it can't be easy for her living on her own.
Just don't fall for the act. She'll turn into the neighbour from hell.
I don't mind mowing the lawns on the odd occasion.
Oh, mowing her lawns, cleaning the gutters, painting the house, servicing the car.
Why does he feel so responsible?
Oh, haven't you heard? She's their neighbour.
You mean the old battle axe?
Never knows when to butt out, does he?
I don't know. Looks like he butted out in a major way with Angie, baby.
I mean, the poor old dear's got more money than she knows what to do with.
You can't hold that against her.
All she does is hang around in that old mausoleum of a house of hers and polish the silver.
Thought you'd be back in Melbourne by now.
Yeah, heading off tonight. Seeing we've exhausted all the local attractions.
Safe trip.
What are we all eating?
Well, I reckon I'm going to have that Thai beef salad. That sounds pretty good.
Actually, I think I'll just settle for takeaway in an early night. See you.
Yeah, that sounds good, actually. I'll have my wine.
Excuse us. Enjoy your evening.
All right.
All right, I'm going to bed.
Hey, haven't you forgotten something?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Who cooked?
Well, not you, clearly.
Who paid for dinner?
Well, who went and got it?
Oh, for God's sake, look at me.
Look, Ben, about Angela, no, it's a shame and everything, but...
But you think it's all for the best?
Well, do you really think you could have made a go of it second time
Joe,
around?
we would have made a go of it the first time around if people had minded their own business.
You were just too young, mate.
Not too young to know what the real thing feels like. Mate, I have never felt like that about anyone since.
You're probably better off without her, Ben.
Yeah, right. And you're such an expert on successful relationships, Joe.
Yeah, well, at least I know when...
Zip it.
Angel. Hi. What happened?
I've left Richie. And this time it's for good.
Is this the first time that he's hit you?
He was drunk. We did a tour of the wineries this afternoon. Oh. But she loves wine. And then, you know, a beer or three with dinner, and I just didn't think we should drive home to Melbourne tonight.
Very wise.
And he got all worked up and he said the only reason I want to stay is to see you again. And then he backhanded me. I just gave the car keys to the woman in the hotel. And then I just caught a taxi here because I didn't know where else I should go.
Look, you did the right thing. Yeah, you're going to be safe here.
I just don't want to impose anymore.
You're not.
Oh, you sure? Can't you sleep?
I'll get there.
I feel bad.
Don't.
Taking your clothes and your bed.
I think I'll manage.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm so sorry.
What for?
Stuffing up your life.
Hey, you haven't. What's wrong? That's right. You're gonna be fine.
Oh, well, I may just grab me a glass of water.
Night.
Oh, night. Oh, she doesn't muck around, does she?
Joe, tomorrow Richie is going to get hit. First with an intervention order, then a letter from a divorce lawyer.
And Angela's happy to go along with all that, is she?
Look, you saw her. There's no way she's going back to him. Not after that.
Yeah, good on you, Joe.
Did you happen to notice if he slept alone?
Why?
Well, let's just say Angela isn't exactly in mourning.
Hi. Tess, could you and Ben make a few discreet inquiries about Evelyn Cummings down at the bowling complex?
Of course. What sort of inquiries?
How often she uses the pokies, how much money she spends, that sort of thing.
Do you think there's a problem?
Well, Grace wondered. I was telling her about the apples.
Well, if we establish that she's got a gambling addiction, we establish that she's got a motive for stealing $100 from Rose, don't we?
Let's hope we don't, eh?
So how is Ev, anyway? No ill effects from a little turn?
No, she seems to be fine.
She hasn't been in yet today, so I was a little worried.
Well, she comes here every day.
Home away from home.
Yeah, I gather she's a pretty keen bowler.
Not anymore. Well, at least not since I became manager.
How long's that?
3 months.
But she's here every day.
A gaming member. A lot of the pensioners do that, it's cheaper.
Surely that'd depend on how much they spend on the pokies.
Most of them come for the company more than anything else.
How much does Evelyn spend?
Well, to tell you the truth, sometimes she does go a little overboard.
And what would you consider overboard to be, like $50? 100?
Once or twice.
I seem to have run out of coffee and biscuits.
Oh, no, tea will be fine.
Do sit down.
Yeah, sorry we couldn't help you patch things up with Rose.
I've forgiven her many things over the years, but not this.
Maybe she thinks you're having trouble managing on your pension.
Oh, she knows Archie left me well provided for. Well, perhaps I do have to stretch things a bit further than she does, but then everybody's in the same boat these days.
Evelyn, most people can afford to buy fruit.
Do you both have milk?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll grab it.
No, it's all right, dear. Well...
much do you spend on the pokies?
No more than I can afford. Adrian wouldn't let it run to that.
Adrian?
Yes, Adrian Forster, the manager. $50 a week is my limit, and by golly, he makes me stick to it.
He can't really stop you, though, can he?
Yes, he can. I gave him my card and PIN number.
He has access to your account.
Only when I tell him.
But what if you need to withdraw cash for other reasons?
Well, he does all that for me at the club. And it suits me. I never did get the hang of this electronic banking.
But how did you withdraw the money from Rose's account the other day?
Well, Adrian did that for me. Yes, I should have told you, but... Well, I didn't want to drag him into it. He's such a nice man.
There you go, Bruce.
No, you keep it, old son. Much safer with you. How much altogether?
It's on your receipt, Bruce.
Let me see. Oh, what does it say? I haven't got my reading glasses with me.
$76.80.
Then, give me this in change for the pokies, will you?
Yeah, righto. I'll be with you in a sec, Bruce.
Okay.
So what can I do for you?
How many others do you do that for?
A few. The old folks get confused using PIN numbers.
Evelyn Cummings?
Yeah.
So they give you their PIN and their card?
It's a community service.
A few days ago, Evelyn asked you to withdraw some money from a friend's account.
Somebody... Johnston, Jarrett?
Rose Jolly.
That's it. $300, as I recall.
Problem is only 200 found it back to Mrs. Jolly.
Well, I told you, Ev's got a problem.
You sure you gave her 300?
In 50s.
What did you do with the receipt?
Well, either she took it with her or I do the usual.
Anything on leave, Joanna?
No, Adrian Forster's clean.
Regular Good Samaritan.
It takes one to know one.
Well, it can't be the most lucrative way of
Baptised
making a
police
fast
officer,
back.
very
I mean, getting at Rose's account was a once-off, wasn't it?
But what if he's bleeding the others dry over a period of time?
Oh, they'd notice, sure.
Maybe he just picks on the obvious targets.
Well,
It would be easy enough to confuse Evelyn.
Yes, unfortunately.
Just get her talking, a sherry or two, give her $45 in change for the pokies and tell her it's 50.
And 20 victims at, say, $10 a week apiece. That's $200 tax-free.
Ben, that was Angela. She wants to do some shopping in town. She left all her clothes in the boot and Richie's taken off in the car.
As in left town?
The first thing this morning, apparently. Anyway, she wants you to pick her up.
Can't she get a cab or something?
I won't be long.
You know, I haven't even got enough cash for a cab.
You need some?
No, I've still got the credit card. In fact, I'm going to spend up big before Richie remembers to cancel it. I'm going to shout dinner, so you tell Peach.
Mrs. Jolly, you okay?
Oh, Constable Stewart? Is that you?
Yeah. I drove the car back to your place.
Was there much damage?
Oh, only the front guard.
Sounds expensive. Not to mention a new pair of glasses. And I suppose I've got to replace the rubbish bins.
Well, it's not too much to ask, considering you weren't hurt. At least Ben's not going to charge you.
Charge me?
No. Dangerous driving or something.
I had no choice, you know. There's not a skerrick of food left in the house. No cash either.
Rose, why didn't you just call me? I can always pick up anything you need.
And how would I pay you if I can't get to the bank?
Have you got an ATM card?
I don't use it.
Well, why don't you give it to Ben and then he can get your cash, your groceries?
No, hang on a second.
Of course he could. Why didn't I think of that?
Rose, I don't think your bank manager would approve.
I'll deal with the bank manager. Here. That's my PIN. Oh, and you'll need a house key. Security company told me to give a copy to a reliable person. Reliable people, unfortunately, are few and far between.
Well, if you can't trust a police officer, who can you trust? She's even given him her key. I think she just wants peace of mind.
She just wants someone else to take responsibility, and Ben's too kind-hearted to realise when he's being used.
Guess that makes me a user too.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just...
And so, Angela, what are your plans? Are you going to stick around town for a while or head back to Melbourne?
A little soon to make a decision. Well, I'd like to stick around.
There's no rush. There's no rush at all. phone, is it? Angel? Angel?
Ben, up. Get up, it's gone 6.
Look, will somebody please answer the phone?
4 degrees and a high tomorrow of 6.
Hello?
Current temperature today
Hello?
is 13
Huh?
degrees. And now
Who?
the great hits of yesterday, today and
Ben,
tomorrow.
yeah, Ben, he's here. Some security company.
Can't they wait till I get to work? Ben Stewart?
That's obviously the beast. I want to be the beauty
Maybe they had a
set.
tiff. Coffee.
How'd you get my number? Yeah, all right, I'll check. Rose's alarm's gone off. It's probably okay, but the security company want me to check.
Why do they call you?
She gave me my number as emergency contact.
Don't say we didn't warn you.
Rose? Rose, you there? Hello? Rose? Rose? Mrs. Jolly? Rose? Rose, are you okay?
How much do you think an original Namatjira would be worth?
Stacks these days.
Anything else missing?
Don't know yet. She wasn't in any state to be interviewed.
Right, the assault happened in the bedroom. My guess is anywhere between midnight and 2 a.m.
How can you tell?
Blood's not fresh. She must have come to and hit the alarm.
What was the weapon?
Jewellery box, now empty.
Any prints?
Not at this stage.
Chris said that she had a lot of jewellery.
Well, this would be handy.
Evelyn Cummings might be able to help with that.
Yeah, she'd know what it'd be worth, too.
No, come on, she's a bit long in the tooth to be jimmying windows.
There's no sign of forced entry.
There you go.
It's not Evelyn Cummings.
Who else would Rose open the door for at midnight?
Then there was the diamond and sapphire ring set in 24-karat gold, and it was a 10th wedding anniversary gift from Max.
You okay?
Could I possibly have a glass of water, please?
Of course, of course.
Thank you. Thank you. Did I mention the pearls, the ones the size of peas?
Yes, you did, and the diamond necklace with the pendant as big as your thumbnail.
Anything else?
No. Now, how else can I help you to find who did this to poor Rose?
Evelyn, it had to be someone who Rose knew well enough to let in the house.
But there isn't anyone except me, and I would have just used my key if I still had it.
Well, where is it now?
Well, I gave it back to Rose with the car keys. It was on the same ring.
You're not seriously suggesting that I had anything to do with this?
But Rose Jolly did give you a key.
Yes. How else was I supposed to get into her house this morning?
I have to inform me yesterday.
Oh, come on, Tess. Can't you just give me the benefit of the doubt for once?
I am. It's just procedure, Ben. It's nothing personal.
But I've got an alibi.
Hardly, mate. I was in the house, but I wasn't with you all night.
But Angela was.
At this stage, all the evidence is purely circumstantial. We just need you to confirm that he was with you.
I feel terrible because, like, it was my idea for Rose to give Ben the key and the pin, and I wish I hadn't suggested it.
Angela, can you confirm that Ben was with you between midnight and 2 a.m.?
Well, I wish I could.
But you can't.
Did you know that Rose had given Ben her card and PIN number?
Yeah.
And you didn't think it was worth mentioning?
Well, it had nothing to do with what happened to Rose.
Are we sure about that? $2,000 withdrawn from the ATM outside the bank last night.
$1,000 at 11:47 p.m. Another grand just after midnight.
Nobody has used this card. Unless the moths in my wallet had a big night out last night.
You'd better let us have that.
Look, obviously Rose has got another card which accesses the account, and whoever did the burg got it and they wormed the pin out of her.
Times don't fit.
In any case, we ran a check with the bank. Only one card accesses the account.
Regardless, I have got an alibi. Or have I? How could you lie?
But this morning you didn't want anyone to know.
Do you have any idea how much trouble I'm in?
But you made me go back to my own bed.
Look, PJ and Joe, they're mates, right? And mates always want what's best for you, right?
I suppose.
Well, I mean, you and I, we have got a lot of stuff to sort through before we can be sure that all of this is what's right for us. The last thing we need is other people telling us what to do and when to do it, okay?
Okay.
Can you please just tell them the truth? Will you do that for me?
Yeah.
So you were with Ben last night?
We all came back from the pub and then everyone went to bed.
It was about 11.
And then I couldn't sleep, so I went out to Ben and went back to my own bed about 5:30.
How do you know it was 5:30?
Bedside clock.
So you were with Ben from about 11:30, midnight, all the way through until 5:30 in the morning?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, was it earlier or was it later?
Maybe a bit later, but 2:30.
You're absolutely certain?
Hospital just called. Mrs. Jolly is fighting fit. Nurse's words, not mine, so you can interview whenever you like.
Right, Constable Jones, can you take Angela's statement? Use the interview room.
Yeah.
What now?
Yeah, if you got a problem with now.
Well, it's just that the bus for Melbourne is leaving soon.
And you're on it?
Yeah.
Does Ben know?
It was a mistake, me coming back to him. I know that now.
Well, Constable Jones will make sure you make your bus. She couldn't have landed Ben deeper in it if she tried.
Public health system. Public menace, more like it. And now they tell me there's another 2-hour wait before they can do the scan.
Yes, there's a lot to be said for private health cover, for those who can afford it.
Country's going to the dogs. Hospitals, government. Can't even trust a policeman anymore. I suppose Constable Stewart helped himself to my bank account, too.
What makes you think Senior Constable Stewart had anything to do with this?
I saw him. I woke up as he was leaving the room.
Are you sure it was him? I mean, it was dark. You didn't have your glasses on.
I put my glasses on quick smart, I can tell you, and switched on the lamp to find the stick.
And he was still in the room?
No, he was hiding in the hallway, waiting to hit me when I came after him.
Did you see his face clearly?
Didn't need to see his face. I know what a police uniform looks like.
So Stewart's not only beating up little old women, he's doing it in uniform. Have you informed ESD?
Not yet, but I can't put it off much longer.
Still's taken by the security camera at the ATM.
Just in case we missed all the other clues.
Someone's gone to a lot of trouble to fit better.
Maybe I'm a closet criminal who walks in his sleep.
Of course, that's the other explanation.
That almost makes more sense.
Ben, which bit are you having trouble with? The fact that you've been framed or the fact that it was Angela who did it?
That's not Angel.
That part is clear enough. Have a squeeze. It's Richie.
No.
He used her to set you up.
No way. Not Angel.
This is ridiculous. Found this in the bottom of your wardrobe.
This is yours, I take it.
Yeah, but I don't leave stuff in the bottom of my wardrobe. It's just been dry cleaned. I haven't even worn it since.
Well, someone's worn it, mate. Either that or you need to change your dry cleaners.
So you think it was Rose's blood?
Forensic will confirm it, but I'd say it's a done deal.
It doesn't help us much. We've still got no way of proving Richie White's involvement.
Exactly how did Angela get the uniform to her?
Simple. She passed it out the window while we were all asleep, along with the card and the key.
Any footprints?
We've put bark mulch down. It was disturbed. There were some broken plants. Somebody was out there.
No doubt he gave it back to her the same way, too.
Plus bloodstains.
But why go to all that trouble? Why not just steal the card and the key, do the burg, empty the bank account and leave town?
If Angela did a vanishing act, we would have been onto them straight away. Pointing the finger at Ben bought them some time.
No, this wasn't just pointing the finger at him. These guys really wanted to nail him to the wall.
Exactly. And why would you bother?
Revenge, huh?
Payback, call it what you like. Look, Richie obviously hates your guts. And he wasn't too keen when Angela came running back to you the first time.
Then he finds out you're living next door to a rich old lady and decides to kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, right. And how the hell did he find out about Rose Jolly?
Maybe he heard you talking to Chris.
No, he couldn't have.
And
All he
whose
said
bright
was...
idea was it for Rose to give you her credit card?
Angela's getting restless, mate. She's going to miss a bus.
Bus? What are you talking about?
Look, she's leaving you, mate. She's going to go back to Melbourne.
Back to Richie, more like it.
I've got to see her now.
No. We've got to find Richie, okay? Without Richie, we can't clear you.
I'm going to have a word to her.
Thank you.
Look, I'm telling you, she doesn't know where he is.
Do you believe that, do you?
I know Angie.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I forgot. You've been married to what, a whole 3 weeks? Come on, mate. Face facts. She used you.
Look, if she's involved, then he put her up to it.
What, now she's going to go running back to him like a good little wife?
No, she's going to go back to him for the same reason she went back to her parents all those years ago, because I let it happen.
History, Ben. Face it.
Look, I have got a second chance. Back then, I didn't make her realise how much she mattered. She still matters. A lot.
How much longer is this going to take?
That's hard to say.
We've had a slight technical hitch, I'm afraid. For some reason, your statement won't print out. But it shouldn't be much longer.
My bus leaves in like 20 minutes.
Oh, you make your bus. We'll put on that.
So are we sure she's meeting Richie somewhere?
Oh, sure as we can be.
Or in Melbourne?
Well, not necessarily. Richie hasn't been home. I got a mate of mine from Oakley to drive past their place. Papers haven't been picked up for 4 days, neither's the mail.
So he could be holed up somewhere here in Mount Thomas and she's not catching any bus.
Well, the only way to find out is to tail her.
Whatever you do, we better do it quickly, because the moment she signs this, she's out of here.
All right, Tess, can you and Jones get her to the bus? We'll be waiting.
Who's we?
Ben?
358 to 509. Target vehicle is leaving now. Over.
Is that target on board?
Affirmative.
All right, we'll take it from here. Keep well back, Tess.
Will do.
To 358. Target vehicle's making an unscheduled stop at the corner of the highway and Flat Gully Road. Target is disembarking. There's Richie. Right.
Oh, she's resisting. You got it wrong, mate. He's kidnapping her.
Ben, there's no point. Tess, go.
Leave her alone. Get in the car. No, you don't. Get out of the car. Out. No, you don't. Don't start me, buddy. I'll pay you back with interest. It's all right, Angel. You're going to be fine. Don't resist.
You double-crossing bitch, you had to screw him, didn't you?
Jonesy, come on.
Ben, I don't know what's going on.
No, Angel, it's okay. You're all going to be fine.
Well, what a lovely bit of artwork.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but your wife does, don't you, Angel?
I've never seen that before in my life.
See, that's what I've been telling you.
What do you call this?
Benny made me do it. You know, he forced me into it.
That's crap! It was all your idea!
You were not bashing the old lady, it was all you.
You set me up.
Ben, we needed the money.
So he's admitted to everything.
Yep. Ben, can you call St David's? Let them know we'll be there in 20 minutes.
that.
I've organised a bail justice.
You know, the way she talked about you,
Hey.
I thought you must have been something pretty special.
Come on.
Just shows how wrong you can be.
Hey,
big
hey.
boy.
Why, Angel?
Richie was really jealous, okay? And when I told him about the trouble that you were in, he saw it as a way of getting even with you.
I'm not talking about Richie. I'm talking about you. What did I ever do to you?
Nothing.
You don't think for yourself. You do whatever he tells you, same as you did with your parents, regardless of who gets hurt.
I love him.
Come on, Angel. Let's go.
It's nothing personal, Ben.
Come on. Ben, why don't you take the rest of the day off?
No, Sergeant, I'm fine. Besides, we've got a bit of unfinished business, haven't we? Afternoon, Mr. Forster. Mrs. Cummings here's got something she'd like to say to you.
I believe you owe me some money. $100.
What is this?
Just give her the money.
And my card while you're about it.
I don't know what these people have told you, but it's not...
They haven't been telling me anything. I've been checking my bank statements. Oh, shame on you, Adrian.
You've got no proof.
Oh, I'm sure we can find it if we look hard enough. The Major Fraud Investigation Unit will be very interested in this case.
Of course, your employers won't like them hanging around.
And it'll be pretty hard to find a job once the word gets around. This smells good.
Hey, how'd you go with the 2 old dears?
Well, Evelyn gave Rose her missing $100 back, and now they're best of friends again.
Why anyone would want to be friends with that old dragon beats me.
They've got history, Joe. Apparently that's supposed to count for something.
Well, sometimes it's better to leave history where it belongs.
Could be right. Here's for a drink.